from Brickell. This is the 305 because we're better than 304s. This is Q Studios, and you know who my tag team partners are.
We got Fresh.
Tom Luker.
And today we have a special guest. Quite frankly, this man was selling me a lot. So let's see if he can actually deliver behind the mic, man.
We know who you are, but they may not. Who are you?
My name's Tonio Skits. I do porn. I get nervous when I'm around when I'm around handsome men.
Okay.
Hey, yo.
I bet. Nah. What up, everybody? It's your boy Tonio Skits. That MTV Wildin' Out, that HBO. I got 2 shows on HBO. Stand-up shows. You can check that out. And I got a new movie coming out called Kill Streak. Hopefully it's out by this October.
Let's go.
And we out here, man. We working.
So I remember back in the day seeing you do skits all over the place.
Yeah.
And if you're on Vine, Instagram, you could not see Tonio doing the skits. We'll get into your interview real quick, but Gary, quick updates real quick before we get into it.
Let's do the updates.
Yeah. So Tori and Meg, what's going on with you, brother? And Dom.
Okay.
Well, let's see. I just traveled the whole freaking country. San Francisco, Reno, Lake Tahoe, New York, New Jersey. I'm taking care of business, man. I'm taking care of business. Let's just put it this way. One of the luxuries of having a couple dollars in life is being able to travel, because your life is about experiences. If you're rich, if you're just sitting behind the same walls every day in some gilded cage, that ain't life, man. You have to go out there and experience different things. I enjoy going out there and, just going to Lake Tahoe and smelling the pine trees, bro.
Yeah.
I enjoy that stuff, man. That fresh air is like a virgin, bro. Like the gift that keeps on giving. And at the end of the day, I always come back to Miami, at least for now, but I do believe Miami's the best city in America. Because here's the thing, guys. When people get rich in Europe, and when you get rich in London, Paris, Germany, guess what? You're going to Dubai. You're leaving the country. When people in America get rich, they come see us here in Brickell. Because here's the thing, man. Like, you were just with me in an undisclosed location on the East Coast. You were in shock of what was going on, bro.
Yo, I saw people so fat, I didn't know it was possible. I saw people homeless, I didn't know it was possible. Because, dude, it was a culture shock. Because here in Miami, of course, people are working out for the most part. They're looking good.
Bro, we're
over there
spoiled.
It was terrible. Yeah, we are.
We are spoiled here. You don't understand. The world don't look like this.
Dude, the real America, I didn't even know what it meant.
No.
Because I lived here the whole time.
And he was telling me, like, yo, what the hell's going on? I haven't seen one baddie yet. But no, you're not going to, bro.
No baddies, bro.
And by the way, a baddie there is like a 7.
Yeah.
A baddie in the East Coast is like a 7. Okay? Because there, she's the one who gets all the attention. Anything above a 7's already left. You know what I'm saying? That's the ran through town whore. That's all it is. But most of America is not Miami. I came from Cleveland, Ohio, bro. I mean, quite frank, I live in a really nice suburb and everything like that. But at the end of the day, Cleveland's like one of the murder capitals of America. Yeah, it is what it is. Cleveland, I used to go down the hood of like Kensman, Buckeye. So if you're one of those guys from YouTube who's listening to this, yeah, man, I know what East Cleveland is. I know all about that shit. So the rest of America is very average.
Yeah,
like St. Louis. You just drive through some of these cities, Indianapolis, they're not impressive. Yeah. The skyline's not impressive. Here in Miami, you literally have 2 downtowns. You have one midtown over here and you have Brickell over here. You literally have 2 downtowns. I was just in San Francisco. I remember when I used to run with the Warriors from 215 to 219. Bro, I thought that was such a huge city. Miami shits on San Francisco in every possible way. It's not even close. And San Francisco is supposedly one of the crown jewels of America. It's literally a shithole.
With a bunch of hills.
With a bunch of hills. It is what it is. But Miami is not reality, my man. It really isn't. But we're spoiled here. You know why? Because we got a couple dollars. And when you got a couple dollars, you can enjoy a little bit better of a lifestyle. Yeah. So, when people tell me, oh, I don't have money, I have a connection to God, that's great. You can have a connection to God all you want. A lot of poor people have a connection to God. But when you have a couple of dollars, you can lease the hell out of life.
Yeah.
Good
Can't
point.
buy happiness, but you can lease it.
So
I have a connection to God too when I'm on a yacht, you know.
this guy, man. So back in the day with the app called Vine, a lot of people came up from the app. Logan Paul, yourself as well. How do you stay relevant after going through the Vine days when it ended?
Yeah. Logan Paul, King Bass, Leanne V, Don Benjamin, Daystorm. Well, one of the hardest things, you know, it is to stay relevant because there's a lot of people I've worked with, not the people I just named, but there's been other creators. You don't see them anymore. It's, you know, for me.
What's up, Fuzi?
Vitaly, what up? So you don't really see them no more. For me,
You do, but for the wrong reasons.
Hey, Vitaly, yo, what's up?
Shout out twice.
Shots fired, bro.
I'm gonna go along with this guy just fine.
I did a movie with Vitaly. The movie was trash, but I did a movie with Vitaly. Anyways,
So staying relevant.
so staying relevant, I think it's really a mindset, right? That I had no plan B. Once I started doing this is what I wanted to do. I mean, being a creator was never the goal, right? This was more for fun. I write movies right now. I audition a lot, and now I'm just like, I don't really see a lot of representation from me, so I started writing my own stuff. But it was just a mindset. So the way I stayed relevant is just fuck everybody. I'm just gonna keep doing it. And I really don't give a fuck if you don't like my content. I'm just gonna keep doing it, and it worked.
Have you ever switched up your content? Be like, yo, this is what's going now. Let's see if I can switch it up just a bit. Because I never have.
I'm gonna tell you, no. Look. You can adapt, right? You can adapt a little, but to switch up your content, like I'll give you an example. I saw the wave for streaming way before. I try to go on stream, like I do a lot, bro. That's a different avenue, like that.
Whole
It's
different game.
not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I do 200 million views just on Facebook a month. Like I'll show you my analytics, you know what I'm saying? I do 200 million views a month just on Facebook. You know what I mean? Look, 'cause I know niggas be talking shit. Like this, the last 28 days I did 166 million. You know what I mean? So,
Those are my TikTok numbers.
I can't go on live. I can't stream for hours and hours.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to change it up, I would stop doing what I'm doing and try to go do that. But that's not me.
Different lane.
So you stay in your lane. It's just what it is.
Also, bro, Facebook pays really well, by the way. Like, you're one of the highest paid.
Shout out to Facebook bots. Shout you guys out because ain't nobody working over there.
That's true. It's all AI now, man. Shots fired again. So let's go back in time, Antonio. So what's your most viral moment coming up, and how did you get into the industry itself?
I got into the industry. Here's the crazy part. I was a nurse, dog. Like
What?
Nurse.
I got my bachelor's in business from FIU. After that, I got into a bad motorcycle accident. Shout out Panthers. After I got into a bad motorcycle accident, this is nothing compared to in my spinal cord. You know, your spinal cord is divided into three parts. You have your cervical, your cervical, thoracic, and your lumbar. In my thoracic, I shattered T3 and T4. During the operation, one of my lungs collapsed. I flatlined. I was gone for 22 seconds. They had to revive me back. I was diagnosed as a paraplegic, and I was on life support. Like on the fourth day, I was in a coma. On the fourth day, I snapped. On the fourth day, they gave my sister this paperwork called a proxy that would eventually allow you to pull the plug or whatever it is. It was just that bad.
Yeah.
On the fourth day, I snapped out of it. And I walked out the hospital 28 days later with no rehab needed. The most insane shit. Anyways, my experience there, I wanted to be to someone what they were to me. And I just started researching to be a doctor. Fuck that. It's another 8 years of school. I don't know. What I became a nurse, yo. And that's what I was doing.
8 years of school you put in?
No. To be a doctor, I needed 8 more years.
So you became a nurse instead?
How many years did that take you?
It was only 2 years.
Okay.
I did an associate's in science and nursing. I got into nursing. I wanted to work in ER, but Mercy Hospital was only accepted. And Mercy Hospital had a rule. You had to work like, I think, a year doing a medical surgery. I was just dealing with geriatric patients. It was the same shit. It was knee surgery or hip surgery. It was the same, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, I'm doing all this. I met my girlfriend at the time. I'm with this girl for 1.5 years. I was in love with Shorty, and she did something crazy. She cheated on me.
No way.
Yeah, so it was my first time I ever experienced something like that. I thought I was too smart to get cheated on.
Yeah.
Anyways, I experienced that, and that put me in a dark place. And so, anyways, because of that, I think like a week later, somebody sends me a picture on Facebook. She was in the Bahamas with the dude that she cheated on me with, and I'm in the garage, simping like a bitch, like, and right there, my life took a turn at that moment. Vine was like a thing. I was living in Miami. I saw a video by Jessica Vanessa. Shout out to Jessica Vanessa.
Shout out to him.
I remade the video, but I was making fun of myself being cheated on. She found out about it. Oh, why you talking shit? I'm like, So I did 9 more videos about her, and in that process, in that process, I blew up, and she created this Tonio Skits persona, and I just got so good at it.
So L, you turned that shit to your greatest W.
Yeah, I got so good at it. I literally left the job, my working in the hospital. All the people that were working together lived in LA. I'm like, I got to be a part of that somehow.
Right.
And I talked to my family. I'm like, look, I want to move to LA. They thought I was bugging.
Crazy.
They're like, you're making 6 figures income right now, and you want to go shoot 15-second videos with strangers. I was like, yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I got a vision.
And 3 months after I left, 3 months later, I'm signed to Heartbeat Digital. I'm working with Kevin Hart.
Let's go.
I'm in Hawaii with one of the who was it? Was it Jake? It was
Jake Paul?
Yeah,
Paul.
I'm in Hawaii with Jake Paul and 9 other creators shooting with Kevin Hart. We're producing and we're using his production company. And then I landed Walla Now, and the rest is history.
So hold on. I want people to take notes of what this man just said. He took a L. Which every single one of us take in life in different ways, but we all take L's. And he turned it into a positive. Yeah. That is what the greatest men in human history have done. That is the talent they've always had, to take losses and turn them into positives. That's what Napoleon did. That's what Caesar did. That's what all great people like Steve Jobs did. Steve Jobs got fired from his own damn company.
Yeah, he did.
And then he came back and saved its ass. He took a L and turned it into a positive. So that's just something that, like, what he just did, bro. That's unbelievable.
Well, also, your point of contention here, where your girl cheated on you, most guys just give up. Oh, fuck this. Life is bad, bro. I'm going to sit in the corner and cry. You said, fuck that. I'm going to do something actively and make a change. And that brought to you a whole new avenue where you are today. That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, her
revenge.
Her wholeness created.
Revenge. Say, keep it real. Revenge motivated you.
Has she
keep it real.
Seen you since you came back?
Yeah.
To where you are now?
Almost 3 years later, I came back to Miami. I ran into her at Dayland Mall.
No way.
Yeah, and she gave me this indirect apology, right? Like, I'm sorry for whatever happened back then. Oh my God, I knew you were gonna be something like this. Da 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 da. And I kept it cordial, you know what I'm saying? Cool. I went to go do whatever I was doing. She did reach out sometime after that. She had some work because she became a nurse. She had some work shit that they were going to California. She hit me up like, yo, I might be going to California. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with y'all. I did let her come to my house. I smashed. I never talked to her again.
It don't hit the same. I was about to say,
Let's
it don't hit the
go.
same.
I never talked to her again. I took pictures with her. I still got the picture. I took pictures. She got to see the way I was living, the house. But I had famous people coming in my house. You know what I'm saying? She saw all of that.
And that shit.
I smashed, and then never spoke to her again.
I guarantee you, she regrets ever leaving you, bro. Dom, what you want to say?
You know, I used to care. I used to care about whether she regretted it or not, and I
don't care
just
anymore.
stopped giving a fuck. Like,
I was saying, when you do that, it never really hit the same. Like, it's almost like you waiting for that day. I know even with me, my girl I had cheated on me in 2021. I blew up in 22 when I first went viral. So yeah, I mean, it motivated the shit out of me. I mean, I remember her walking out. The last thing that she said, I was blogging at the time, like researching, blogging, writing blogs and shit. She was like, why are you doing this? It don't pay. It's like, that's the reason I'm leaving now, because you're always focusing on tomorrow instead of the day. And it's like, so yeah, I mean, I did the same thing. Yeah. You get up and then you just want to validate yourself, like, okay, yeah, I'm up now. But you feel empty. It's almost like, damn, I don't allow myself to get back down to the level I was prior to being up. Yeah. It's almost like the post-nut clarity is 30 times worse than anything you ever experienced, for real. when you go back, because
crazy.
it's like I'm already above this, and
Yeah.
it really just shows, man. It's really very powerful and motivating.
So Tony, your career has been a long time, and was your point? Obviously, you had that breakup, but was your point where you ever wanted to quit, like before or after this? Like you were like, you know what, this is getting too hard. It's hard to innovate. I got to just like stop doing content.
I've been asked that question several times, and I can never really pinpoint a point in time where I thought I wanted to quit. There was times where I needed to stop. Right? It's a lot. Yeah. So it's just balance, really. Once you figure it out, but me to stop, like I love what I do. Yeah. I love being creative. I love like just bringing new things out there, reaching millions of people. Like I really like that. You know what I'm saying? Shifting the culture. Like I enjoy doing that. So I never felt like I wanted to quit, but I did feel like, I need to take some time off, or, I did feel like that, and I did do that. Like, I'll. Yeah.
So you mentioned something about being a creator. What are the dopest parts about being a creator, and then the worst parts? So we'll start with the best parts first.
The best parts is, man, being able to. Somebody said bitches.
You said bitches.
If you're only doing it for the bitches, you ain't gonna last long, my brother, because you're gonna get the bitches, and then what, being able to inspire, being able to reach so many people and entertain people, that it's just a dope feeling. Like I said earlier, before shifting the culture, I'm from Dominican, Puerto Rican, so in my country for like 3 years running, they would play my skits, even though most of them were in English. They were playing on this specific channel in the country every fucking day. They would play that shit. And recently, just about 2 weeks ago, somebody sent me a commercial. I'm in a very famous Dominican artist music video, and that was playing over there too. So that's exciting for the country your parents originated from, to recognize you,
support you.
And also, I'm in a position where I was able to help my family, and so those are the pros. Cons is you're always under scrutiny.
Who cares?
The algorithm starts shifting, and people don't see your videos. You fell off.
Oh shit, yeah, bro.
Like I meet people to this day like, yo, bro, like you like I don't see you no more. Like you don't shoot no more. Yeah. Bro, I'm posting twice a day. Like what? It's just the algorithm. But anyway, just dumb shit like that you hear. Also, the dating life is a little weird sometimes, because people think they know you, or they already assume. I work with the most beautiful women in the world, so I meet a lot of women that have some issues with that. I don't even meet them; they're irrelevant if they have issues with that, because I never whatever. So there's that negative side to it. It's just what it is, and. And the lack of privacy, but I'm at a point where none of it matters. I'm just looking at it from other people's perspectives, but that's just what it is. But I believe there's more pros and cons to this.
Listen, if you have no haters, you're not doing your job, number
Facts.
one. And number two, when it comes down to haters, 95% of them are broke, so who cares what a broke man thinks? So I get it. It is what it is. We're going to get to the readings in about 5 minutes. If you want one, 98 or above. We'll get there in 5 minutes.
I know this is kind of off record, but you saw the whole thing with Zeus Network and D Storm and Amanda going back and forth with the owner of Zeus. You saw that or not really?
I was a part of the people that helped build Zeus.
What actually happened? Because there's two sides of the story.
Well, I got to be very careful what I say about that, because it's like an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
But in the beginning days of Zeus, I have 3 shows on Zeus right now. Right?
Oh, shit.
Zeus started. How do I say this? So when Zeus started, I was approached by Daystorm. He's like, yo, I got something cooking. Daystorm was like the one driving the car when it came to like big things.
Yeah,
he was the guy that we all like. Yo, what's next? Oh, cool.
He was like a connector, basically.
Yeah. So Daystorm came to me. He's like, yo, we got this going on. It's a new network. They're gonna do scripted and non-scripted stuff. Yeah. I'm in the scripted side, right? The non-scripted side, reality shows or whatnot. But it was both. So I did my own personal show. what was the name of my show? Well, I have there's a show there that with Daystorm. This is his show that I'm on. It's called Bad Escorts, BAD, Black and Dominican Escorts.
Yeah.
So we got we got that show. Rent the Power is my show. I have a show there about whatever. We'll get into that later. But it's called Rent the Power, and then I have another show. Whatever. So we did all our parts. Everybody did their parts. My understanding, I wasn't in the room when paperwork was signed or whatnot, but Daystorm, King Batch, and Amanda Cerny all were part of Zeus with financial backing. I think came later, but their job was to
market,
blow Zeus up and market. Right. The most important thing on any platform that you obtain is client acquisition. Yeah. At the end of the day, if you ain't got a user, you ain't got an app. Yeah. So they put this thing together. They pumped the shit out of it, and we had the grand opening. I went to the grand opening. We had Zeus to happen. Zeus had the grand opening. Yeah. And subscribers were coming in. I was supposed to get a percentage of my subscribers, the people that come in through my page. Everybody was supposed to eat, the beginning people. Yeah. Something happened. Someone fucked up in the coding or whatever it was. People who subscribed were getting it for free when they were supposed to pay. Yes. And there was thousands of people that subscribed, and they all came in free, and they had to let everybody go and have them resubscribe, and motherfuckers ain't gonna. Bro. So they lost that part. From there forward, I don't know what happened indoors with them, right? But they did their part. As far as blowing Zeus up, that initial push. After that, whatever happened after that, I don't know. I wasn't privy to anything that happened to that, but I knew I made nothing because of that mistake, that coding or whatever error that happened. So I never made anything, and it didn't matter. It's just my show was on there, and then after that, Zeus blew up on the reality side, so they stopped doing the scripted stuff. They let it go and just focus on the reality side because that was making the money, and then the rest was history.
So for a while, that buzz was happening back and forth between, I forgot the owner, the other guy's name on Zeus, and Lemmy? Lemmy. Yeah, and he was saying Lemmy Plummer or something like that. Yeah, Lemmy was saying, these guys are not the owner of Zeus. I'm the owner. Da da da. But if you look at actual documentation and photos, these guys were there at the very beginning. Yes. Daystorm came back, and Amanda. Yeah. So there's two sides to the story, but that makes sense actually from what you said.
Yeah, that's how it was. I think Lemmy's point of view is after it blew up. We don't need you guys no more. So this is all me now. So but I just don't know how the law works. Even if you're there from the beginning, you still get a portion of it. But Batch was definitely involved.
Here's Amanda my issue though, right? If you offered somebody to pay them for their work and you didn't pay them, making all that money, that's fucked up. That's just my personal opinion, because you told them, listen.
Well, it's a difference of offering them work for hire or, hey, percentage. You're going to be a part of this and just do what you do. And this wasn't a work for hire situation.
Yeah. True. But they were offered percentages, right?
Yeah.
So that should be divvied out at some point.
Capitalism is a beautiful thing as long as everyone eats.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as everyone eats. Cool. Shout out to Amanda Surdy, Daystorm, man, and King Batch.
Before we get to the readings, I've known these guys for a while, so I know how their answer would go. But you've been in this game longer than all of us.
Yep.
And quite frankly, you probably put some people on.
A lot of people.
Let's say you put 100 people on, 50 people on, whatever the number. What percentage of those people do you regret putting on now?
Ooh. Motherfucking,
yeah, we're going to keep it real.
I'm not even going to lie to you. There's a very small percentage.
Very small percentage?
I tell you, look, everybody knows this too. There's so many people that are lit right now that started on my sofa in LA because I was the first. I was the first outsider from that Vine group. I was the outsider that joined, and people to this day they don't remember. They thought I was the first outsider. When I did that, all the other creators saw like what I was doing. Obviously, I was friends with all these. I had over 300 creators in one chat room.
What?
So when I was in Miami, I'm like, I see these guys working together in LA. I have nobody. So I'm like, let me just create a community of creators. So I started collecting them. And I'm like, okay, hey guys, I got an idea. Let's help each other grow. I post your video on my page, you post mine. First issue I had was a person with 5,000 followers was in the same chat room reaching out to the person that has 100,000 followers and be like, yo, post me, I post you. And the guy's at 100 is like, bro, I'm not gonna get nothing from your page. So I think the name of the chat back then was called Group Me. So I divided sub chats. In one group, it was 5,000 or 20,000 followers in one group, and at 20 to 50,000 and so forth. So the people in this group, only I had access to all the chats.
Right.
So the people in this group help each other out. When you get to 20,000, I'm going to put you in a new group.
Got it.
I had a whole system in there. That's why I knew all the creators. So they were watching me. They see when I went to LA. Obviously, yo, Tony wanted, so they would come visit, stay on my sofa, and then they eventually blew up. There's been a few people. One in general, I don't even want to mention her name, but she just randomly DM'd me one day. She had 10,000, 20,000 followers, but I work with anybody. I didn't care. She was a very pretty girl. Your value is your beauty, so come to my video.
Exactly.
We're good.
Yeah.
So whatever, she'll come in and then she wanted to film with everybody. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm doing so much, I ain't paying attention to that. She went through the whole circle. She hit 1 million followers in 3 months.
What?
In 3 months, and then we ran into her at one of those things that they do in Orlando, those video conferences.
Yeah.
We walk into her on stage. Yeah, I'm self-made. You don't understand. Bro, I sweat. Well, I promise you. I promise you. Yeah, I did this on myself. Nobody helped me. I went to LA and I did that grind. Yo, and I'm just there and I'm with my man. I'm with Day Storm because Day Storm 2's like, what? He put it on too. And whatever. So that was my first time.
This is why I asked you this question. This is exactly why I asked this question. Because he said not many people betrayed him, but when he did talk about someone who did, we start talking about a woman.
Oh.
Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? This is exactly why I asked that question. Because every time you have a story like this, it's going to be the same thing. A woman who got put on betrays you. Shout out Jack Doherty.
Yeah, that's a whole debacle there.
McKinley.
Yeah.
McKinley basically used his ass for millions and millions of followers. And then when she got it, she said, peace.
I went to Lacey. Yep. And I used him as well.
Well, at least Jack got something out of it. Lacey got used like a pinata.
I never repeated that again. When I film with a girl, I'll do max 3 videos. You're never gonna see her again. So
Smart.
I keep it moving.
So
I had the idea like, yo, I'm just gonna put contracts I done, but I don't want to deal with none of that, man. I'm not here to manage nobody.
It gets messy.
Come Ville and move on. I'm not.
DNAs do help, bro.
So Tonio, you got a lot of experience, bro. Like you could do a whole course on content creation, how to get in the game.
In the middle of doing my course.
There you go.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: people watching right now that want to get into this whole field. I get it. You know, used to be you want to be a rapper, a celebrity, actor, but now you want to be a content creator.
Now they want to be us.
Yeah,
you want to be
or
us.
a streamer. What's the advice we get to somebody to get in the game now? Because it's changed a lot. There's different algorithms now, different platforms.
My advice hasn't changed. Okay. My advice is very simple, right? The difference between, let's say somebody's here right now, you're in your living room or you're in your room, you're watching this show right now, and you want to do what we do. You have everything you need, right? You have a phone and ideas, right? Yeah. And then you have trending, you have millions of videos that you can see and learn from. The difference between you and me and my current state right now is just execution. Your lack of execution. So many, the amount of DMs I read sometimes are like, hey, I want to do what you do. And then I go to their page and there's not one video posted. Yep. Like facts. Execution. You don't want to do what I want to do. You don't. Like, so
you don't
my advice to you is just execution. You have to film 100 bad videos until you learn what people in your circle like, what doesn't work, what does work. There's 100 bad videos in you. You got to get through it. You got to go through the mud. You got to just put it together and post it. It's the only way you're gonna learn. So execution. There's really nothing secretive about this.
Well said. You got to work hard at everything in life. But let me just point this out. I don't want to sell people a dream. 90% of you guys can't do this. You just can't. You don't have the charisma for it. It's just not happening. Some of us get lucky and we break through. Some of us have a mouthpiece. Some of us just are naturally good looking. Obviously not myself. But there's people out there who use different talents to get what they are. Most people, this isn't for you. Do you understand what he does every day? You know how
important this, if I wasn't here today and I was just someone watching this stuff and I would have saw him say that, that would have fueled me to be like, oh, he said I can't. All right, bitch, watch.
Right.
I'm going to start working.
This ain't the same generation, bro.
Hold on.
These kids soft. These kids soft as charming.
Hold on.
The same generation.
I got to defend Tonio here. You know what's funny about this whole topic here? I was at my desk job watching YouTubers like Human TV, Vitali, your skits, killing it. And I'm like, damn, I got a stutter. I'm black as hell. Shit, I'm kind of retarded. I can't do this shit. But then I was like, hold on a second here. If Vitali could do this shit, I could do this shit too.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, you know what? Vitali ain't that smart. I can figure this shit out. So I just started doing pranks.
Yo,
no, hold on.
Kicking that dude while he's down today.
Well, hold on. Free Vitali at some point. And then what happened was I was like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna see if I try my hardest, what can happen. Yeah. Bro, I spent so many hours doing videos in my car.
You were doing pranks, right?
Yeah, prank videos.
You ever thought about this crazy idea? It might be new. You ever thought about doing these pranks in Thailand? I mean, my bad. Yo, Vitali, what up?
Yo.
Yo, this nigga's.
You can tell he holds a grudge.
I really got no grudge. Yo, Vitali put me in my first movie. I ain't got no grudge.
Yeah.
What's up, D? What's up? I mean, what up, D? You know.
But the point was, I saw a trend where the pranks were cool, but you don't really hit it off, and I had the Google Trends pop in, gold digger pranks. So I just saw people doing things that were trending. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna give it a try.
Make it your own.
And I kid you not, bro. I did like 100 pranks, 100 shitty videos. Terrible.
But that's Hollywood's formula. Give me the same shit but different.
Yes, but now I started doing gold digger pranks. And the YouTuber I hit up, I paid him some money, bro. Tell me how to go viral. He told me one thing to do. I kid you not, bro. Actually, you probably know him. I don't say his name. I'll tell you after. And he actually gave me that tip. Bro, that one tip blew all my shit up. Bro, go digger pranks. I'm a world star. I'm going viral on Twitter, everything. Dude, that one tip that he gave me.
What's that secret? What is it?
Man, that's for the course. There you go.
Games to be sold, not sold.
Once he tell me, I'm going to put it in the course. Course coming out soon.
And then once I applied that, bro, I did it again and again and again and again. And I went, bro, I'm a regular dude working at a desk job. I love your videos, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? How does nigga know who I am? Bro, just that one thing. So now I'm like, all right, cool. I know how to go viral. And I just applied that more and more and more. And then I had a podcast. Someone said, yo, bro, can you come on my podcast on an interview about your life and where you came from? Small kid from Barbados, my terrible stutter. Did that shit. Bro, because of that podcast, I met my co-host, Myron. Now we got the biggest podcast in Miami, Fresh and Fit. Yeah. So you got to start somewhere, bro. And yeah, most of you can't make it, but if you give it your all and you really try, you learn from a mentor that knows what he's doing, you can make something happen.
Okay. This guy right here is a master networker. The hell with all that stuttering bullshit and all that other shit. Yeah. You're literally a master networker.
Thank you, bro.
Just to watch him like work a room. I saw like one time there was a little issue and I just saw him go to one person like a politician, second person. Actually like talk to him like he cares. You know, like that's a problem for me because I can't lie to people and stuff like that. But you know, Fresh over here, he's a politician. So like this guy over here, this guy over here, he's a good networker. He's really good at it. So that basically got him at this level. How do you bring this guy? How does he know me? You understand what I'm trying to tell you? How does he know Dom? He's a master networker. So this guy got in here with his networking skills. Do not let it fool you. Other people get in other ways. What I'm trying to tell you is if you actually want to do this, you're still going to probably fail. But go out there and do it. Go out there and do it. Prove me wrong. I want you to be the guy who comes up to me in 5 years. Be like, motherfucker, I got more viewers than you now.
There you go.
I would love that. Show me that. But, you know.
I think a lot of people have a hard time knowing what their skill is, too. Because if you say, like, Fresh, he's networking. You know, you good with skits. Gary good with numbers. I'm good with my work and research. We have to find out what our skills are first.
Also, to your point, Dom, have a team. You can't do everything by yourself. Facts. And it's funny. People want to see one creator and think, oh, they're doing everything. No, they got a team helping them behind the scenes. They got people that do clips, people that do content ideas sometimes, or people that just help them look good on camera. And it's not all by yourself. So have a team sometimes because they can help you move forward in better ways than you think possible. So much more, So,
all right, let's get to the readings, man. People are always
actually, before we do that,
can we no. Let's do the readings first, then we'll get there.
Okay. I want to give Tony a reading.
Yeah. No doubt.
He's like, what the fuck is that shit?
No,
Santeria?
We'll get this. Okay, someone read them off.
Cool. We got Pajero. Dear Gary, recently moved to New York. 3 things. What's the best city for me to get that bag? And if I should, still with my wife, I think her birthday is 12/14/1987. My birthday is 6/18/1985.
All right, your wife's born on the 14th. Obviously, we know why you picked her because she is a very good-looking woman. Anyone born on the 5th, 14th, 23rd is going to be attractive. And what I tell you about those nines, Dom, every single time I tell you about this nines. Look at his birthday. He's born on the 18th. See how he always follows the looks?
Yeah.
Every single time it's there. So you're basically asking whether you should still be with your wife. Let's see. You're in the 11 life path. You're an emotional, charismatic guy, but you're
live?
yeah.
We
Oh
live?
hell yeah, we're live.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. When it comes down to it, when it comes down to it, you have that you have that charisma level. When it comes down to it, you're gonna travel quite a bit in the life. You have a high sex drive. Your wife is not gonna be there emotionally for you, my man. Sorry, it's just not gonna happen. She's a cat. Cats are selfish, man. They think about themselves. She don't want to hear about your problems, bro. Go out there and make your bag and make her life easier, and everything will work out. That's how it's supposed to be. Quite frankly, I don't have any issues with that. You married her. You know what you got yourself into. The good news for you is she's always going to look young. So, a lot of guys marry people when they're looking good when they're younger, and then all of a sudden, about 10, 20 years, they want to leave you for a younger model. You're not going to have that issue. She's a Sag, she got good thighs and stuff like that. Shout out to my wife who's a Sag too. Let's see, anything else he asked for?
Yo, he paid $99 for that?
Yeah.
I need to get it in this game.
We're about to get to you. Don't worry about it.
We got you, brother.
We're about to figure out what I do. Anyways, this year is the year of the snake. You're born 1985. You're the ox. Go hard. Your enemy year is coming in 2027. That's when you lay low. Her enemy year hit her in 2017. Next year's 2029. So those are the years you got to lay low and stuff like that. Quite frankly, if you're asking me if this is a good pairing, I probably give it about a 6 out of 10. I don't care how much money you give me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Next.
Also, Gary's a master at what he
So
does.
that guy just paid $100 for that.
Yeah, it's a reading, bro.
People pay $1,000 to talk to me for 45 minutes, bro.
Yep.
Real shit, bro. The best in the game.
Do I owe you money right now?
No, we're good.
Not yet.
We're good. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
AD, May 12th, 2004. I was born with inability to speak, and I had to feed into negative entities just to get a single word out of my mouth. I stopped doing it in 2024. I want to learn to speak from a real place. If I ever overcome this, you will be one of the reasons why. So May 12th, 2004.
Well, here's the thing. You're born on the 12th. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 is the number of communication. Communication starts with C. C is the third letter. So when it comes down to it, you have to talk. If you have some kind of a speech impediment or something like that, I encourage you to go hard because guess what? I had a speech impediment. I'll tell you guys a story. When I was younger, I couldn't say R. And my R's were like L. And,
you could have never been Latino.
And my okay, I said. But when it comes down to it, my name is Gary. Obviously, there's a R in there.
Yeah.
So I used to pronounce my name Gowie. And people, you know how the kids used to go at me, bro.
Yeah.
They used to go at me hard. So all that talking shit to me made me work harder and harder. And now probably one of the best talkers on the internet when it comes down to it. I've been, got 9 billion views and I only did it in 2 years. So when it comes down to it, you have to understand that I own my field because I not only am the best one in my field, but I outworked everybody. A lot of people want to say if they work hard, give all credit to Allah or God and stuff like that. Listen, if you were a bum, you didn't do anything, you could have prayed all day, nothing would have happened. You have to give yourself credit. You have to motivate yourself. So yes, the prime creator is here, but if you don't put in the effort, nothing's coming your way.
Facts.
Keep talking. Go in the rooms and specifically argue with people. Go into rooms and specifically argue. That's my advice for you, and that's my advice for anyone who's born on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, or 30th who has issues like this. Go in there and yell, scream, do whatever you need to, but keep doing it consistently, and then that speech dependency will go away like a virginity in the night, bro.
Good shit. Mario again. Hey, bro, I just moved to Seattle. Yes, it is cold and liberal. Go figure.
What are you doing there, then?
Yeah.
What are you living around these liberal schmucks?
Facts. Date of birth is 7/23/1989. What do you guys think? By the way, Gary, I purchased a personal reading from you, and I haven't received anything. It's been a month. Still says pending. Noble?
Noble, take care of this.
Yeah.
take care of this one. My assistant will be on it. Anyways, let's go down to you. You're a snake in the snake city, so I mean, I get why you're there energetically, but quite frankly, Texas was founded 1845. Florida was founded 1845. These are snake states. You belong there. I understand it's a city, but this is where you thrive. No one knew who the hell I was before I moved here in 2023. And now they do because I'm a snake in the snake state. This is how this stuff works. You need to follow your energy. So I would encourage you to go to Missouri, to go to Vegas, a snake city. Obviously, you know, you have some of that over there with Washington. But since you're already telling me the first thing, you have a whole bunch of liberals, you're probably not happy there.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. You got to be happy in life. There's no point in making a whole bunch of money and not being happy. What's the point? You know, it is what it is. You, my friend, are born on the 23rd, so you have to travel. You can't be in one place for too long. You have to keep moving. Everyone born on the 23rd, 2 and 3 is 5. You're basically like water. If water is stuck in one place for too long, it starts getting stale and mosquitoes form. Dom over here, man. You're born on the 23rd. You got to move.
I move every 3 years. That's legit.
When you were in Tennessee, when I was telling your ass to come down here, weren't you kind of feeling it's time to go anyway?
Yeah. I was already past that 3rd year. Tennessee, I actually put 4 years in Tennessee. First time I stayed and then past 3 years.
And look what happened. He came here, got remonetized, went to the White House,
driving.
and
You went to the White House?
Yeah, White House. I'm doing work with the Trumps now, like for the family.
Damn, bro, you're him.
facts, bro. Facts.
All of us.
All of them are him in a way, bro.
Super humble guy.
And when it comes down to it, people born on the 23rd have that peace. They have that peace. You know, I was just bringing this up the other day. I Show Speed, by far the biggest creator of all of us.
Yep.
Okay, I Show Speed is born on the 21st, and he started blowing up in 2021. Wow. Again, he's born on the 21st, and he starts blowing up in 2021. Dom over here, born on the 23rd, he started blowing up in 2023. Yep. I mean, I just saw this one on Twitter. Shout out GG33. Jaylen Brown, born on the 24th, won the MVP of the NBA Finals in 2024. So again, this is how this shit works. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? This is the real deal. For you, my friend, you always got to be that guy. As a 3 life path, you always got to be that guy. You always got to be the guy in the middle. You always got to be the networker. That's what you do in life. And my assistant will get to you. Nobel, make sure you get to him. Who's next?
We got Agnes. Help me. Husband is 07/17/1974. And 10/13/1980. Married.
What do you want me to help you with? You married your enemy sign.
Oh shit!
What do you want? What do you want me to help you?
Married your what?
Okay, you married your enemy sign. Yeah, so again, your husband's born in the tiger year. You're born in the monkey year. Yeah. I mean, this is what happened to Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen's a snake. He married Denise Richards, a pig, and that didn't work out too well. So I don't know what you want me to tell you. That I can tell you why you did it. He's obviously got a bag. He's born on the 17th. So people born on the 8th, 17th, 26th, 28th, they got that money. So obviously understand why. When it comes down to you, you're a 5 life path. Again, you see how the rich man is always with the people born on the 5th? Because the 5 is the one with the looks. How are you a 5? You're born 10/13/1980. That's going to add up to 23. 2 and 3 is 5. So when it comes down to it, you're an attractive woman who decided to get taken care of in life. It is what it is.
Also, just to give you a comparison, imagine a Crip marrying a Blood.
Yeah, something like that.
Shit won't work.
It ain't go. It's always hostile in your house.
Facts.
So again, you had a strong attraction. Enemy signs always attract people, but it was basically lust. Obviously, it was for your husband's part. Yeah, but now that you're in there, I don't know. Do you have kids? If you have kids, then you have one set of options. If you don't have kids, you have a different set of options. So it is what it is. You can write below if you have kids or not and what their birthday is.
Or come to Miami for the weekend and cheat.
That's on him.
That was free advice.
80 had to also mention here.
No. What the hell is 8? No. We don't do things for $30. No. I'm not a cheap fucking whore. Okay? We don't do shit for $30. You can go to John Zerka with that bullshit. Okay? You can go to Zerka with that bullshit. Me, it's 98 or above. All right?
Okay.
It is what it is.
Guys, for Gary's $100 and up. Also, guys, Like the video if you don't mind on my channel and Gary's channel as well.
I know,
And
we're literally tap dancing for these
No, we
people.
are.
They can't even
Yeah.
like a video,
and
man.
super chat on our
I'm
fresh
trying to
start.tv.
get red, son.
Okay, so
I already
Tonio,
picked up on some stuff already.
Tonio,
Okay.
it's your time, brother.
What's your birthday, my friend?
Here we go.
Hold on, let me get some camera, nigga.
Yeah, let's see what time,
Yo,
Taped
this is
already, bro.
crazy, bro.
what time is it.
All right. My birthday, February 17, 87. Talk to me.
Jordan. Jordan.
Got
Jordan's
an
birthday, yeah.
Jordan.
Well, that's
What year
easy.
you say? 87?
Yeah.
Nobel, can you check if that's a cat or a tiger?
I would think tiger.
All right, so it probably is a tiger, but I want to make sure before I start. Blah blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
Anyways, when it comes down to you, my friend, you're born on the 17th. Your money's always up and down.
When did I blow up?
Hold on, we'll get there. What's that? He's a cat. Okay, thank you, man. See, this is why we asked, huh? Because we never know. All right. So when it comes down to it, people who are born on the 17th have that 8 energy, which means their money is up and down in life. Either they have it or they don't. They're never in the middle. If you look at the shape of the 8, it has very, very thin space between the two circles. That's basically middle class. They're not there. They either have it or they don't. So your money's been like a roller coaster your whole life. Number 2, karma. You know damn well you do anything unrighteous, that boomerang coming back right away because you
Always.
experiment.
Always.
You know, that's how it is with people who have that, 8 energy. It's also about karma. People used to always talk about money, but it's also about karma. Another thing when it comes down to you, my friend, man, you're a rebel. Everything that you had in life as a youngster, you try to rebel against. You rebelled against any conformity that was tried to be instilled in you early in life. As an Aquarius, he's going to like people outside of his race. So you always like women who are a little bit different flavor. That's how it is. That's how it is with Aquarius.
Got you, ass nigga.
By the way, Michael Jordan is not with a black woman.
Never.
Okay, Michael Jordan's always with different races because Aquariuses are always interested in different races. If they're a woman who's a white woman, they're going to be with a black Chinese guy and vice versa. It's always going to be like that. Aquariuses have most of their energy in their calves. That's why Michael Jordan, that's why Vince Carter had that great leaping ability, bro. Because they could. So a lot of times you can tell Aquarius just by the size of their calf muscles, it's a lot bigger than proportion to the rest of their body. It is what it is, bro.
Yo, my calf, I never got to work it out.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
He knows his shit, bro.
Now, when it comes down to you, you're a little bit different than most, man. You a psychologist, bro. You like to play mind games with people. You like to figure out how people tick. Tell me I'm fucking wrong.
Look at you, like, what the fuck?
See, this is the thing about cats. They base everything in life about psychology. Everything is psychological. Michael Jordan, before he would play players, he fucking go up to him, yo, what's up, dude? How we doing? Give him an autograph, give him a picture. As soon as they get on the court, man, fuck you. I'm about to fucking take you to school. Yeah. He just switch up on them all the time. And they're like, what the hell's going on? That was a mind game. That's how cats operate, man. So this man right here, he bases everything on psychology, man. That's how it works for him. And it always will work for him that way. Your bad year was 217, man. Maybe some things you started making money, but you had a lot of setbacks that year too. When it comes down to it, I would say your life changed around 215, 216. That right there is when you probably started blowing up a little bit more than usual, man. When it comes down to it, my friend, you just got to watch out for the broads, man. Everything else, you're kosher.
Smooth sailing.
Was that accurate?
Of course it was. What are you even asking?
I don't know, but I want to hear it. Like, bro.
He's shook.
Damn.
He's shook, man. He's
real
never
shit,
been
bro.
shook like this.
Listen.
He's never been shook like this before on social media, man. So here's what it is. Last week was White Boy Rick.
Yeah.
This week it's this. This is what I do.
Yeah.
This is what the fuck I do.
Now you know what? Gary's here, man.
Yep.
He's on point.
Hey Gary, I'm gonna start my own podcast show. we're gonna charge $500 per question. Can I bring you over? No, but real talk. Yeah, you fucking did that. How the fuck?
I'm that guy, bro.
You were bullied when you were a kid, weren't you?
Never.
You were bullied, bro.
I was actually the bully.
No, you weren't.
I would actually turn out my inside pocket like this
No,
and have
no.
people hold it down the hallway.
What show is that?
I'm one of those.
What show is that?
Prison Break.
Prison Break.
Yeah,
I
Prison
love that
Break.
fucking show.
That was one of the great shows. No, I was actually the bully, man, because I grew up very poor. I was around all the black kids when I was young, man. Always fucking fighting, man. And then when my parents started making a little money, started going up in the world, I came from the hood. All of a sudden, these other white boys grew up with the silver spoon, so I started going in their pockets. So quite frankly, I used to go down the way with no ID when I was about 17, 18 years old, buy 40 ounces of malt liquor for 98 cents, and then sell it to the rich people for 20 a kick. Ooh, yo, but I was a capitalist even when I was young, man.
Damn.
It is what it is, man. No shame in my game.
I didn't see money until I had to make it myself. You were right. I was very rebellious. My mom passed away when I was 15. I was in foster care for 3 years, so I was just against everything.
Wow.
15. My mom passed away at 15 too.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Numerology and astrology are the cheat codes in life. They're the prime creator's gift to the human race. And once society starts looking at this, and there's no need for this Christianity, no Islam, no Judaism.
Whoa.
There's no need for all that stuff, because when your priest can do what I just did, I'll start listening to him. When all your imams or all your rabbis can start taking someone they never met off the streets and read him like a book like I just did, then I'll start praying.
But
until then, ain't happening.
But it's been done already. The Bible.
There you go.
You can open the Bible and it can read you just like I did.
Yes.
How?
Well,
the Bible talks to you.
So you're sitting here. We're having this conversation, but the Bible does talk to you. The Bible has stories, and if you go to church, there's stories that pertain to you. You'll find your story. But I have a question. You being a number guy, real quick. The pyramids and how the geographical location equals the speed of light. Can you explain that?
Yeah, Earth has certain ley lines where the energy is stronger than most. And those pyramids are...
How did they know?
Because they had a much more advanced civilization than us. That's how they knew. And when you ask how the pyramids... how the pyramids actually got built, it was with magnets. Magnets used to levitate those stones and stuff
For
like that.
those of you right now that's listening, so when you look for a geographical location, we use longitude and latitude, right? These are fake lines that was created in our more advanced world, decades ago, but back in the days. But this was created. The pyramids in Egypt were built. Yeah. If you look at the longitude and the latitude to find the location of said pyramid, those numbers are the mathematical equation of the speed of light.
Correct.
Do you understand what I'm saying? This is crazy.
They're also
they knew this back in the day, bro. That's nothing crazy about it. There's civilizations like Atlantis.
But how did
they had more advanced technology than ours. Yeah. Quite frankly, their technology had more to do with spiritual, like telekinesis and telepathy. That's how their technology works.
From what we
rely on machines, so that makes us weaker.
From what we understand, it was fallen angels that give them the knowledge to do these things. That's what the Bible says.
I mean, that's what it says.
So basically, beings from another world came to give us understanding that we didn't have.
And that's a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that's the story from old times. But again...
none of that can stand up in the court of law. No proof that's in the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the Talmud would stand up to any evidence that would be I think it's taken in a court of law.
I believe it's already in the books.
Give me an example.
Well, in the Bible, it always speak about chariots, and it's always speaking about horses of fire and flame, and they're in these metallic chariots. If I was born in the past and I never seen a UFO, I would call it a chariot of fire. If I've never seen a jet or a bomb, etc., I'm going to call it a great ball of fire. I don't know what a nuclear warhead looks like. If they're seeing prophecies or if they're seeing UFOs coming out the sky, they can only reference what's available to them.
Right.
Even now, when we see a saucer, we call it just that. It's not actually a flying saucer.
Yeah.
We're just used to saucers. So when they called it a horse full of fire, I believe they were seeing things that we're already seeing. I think they were already here.
All you could tell me is time travel exists. And they were traveling back in time then, just like they were traveling. There you go. So I could just as easily say that was time travelers. Just as easily.
Wow, which time travel is real, bro? This is girl I've been trying to crack.
It's real. Because time is real.
Byron Trump proves it's real.
Yeah, time travel is real, bro. I mean,
if I can go back, bro.
Only humans created time. Humans created the concept of time. It doesn't mean that it exists.
I just gotta get this off my chest. Yo, people out there, if there's a girl that you really want to talk to, yo, say it. Because if we had a time machine, I want to go back and crack this girl back in 2017. Like I didn't. Damn, man.
That was your enemy year. Probably not a good idea.
Never mind.
Are you single?
Yes, I'm single. What's up?
Okay,
I mean to the ladies, man. Whoa.
How dare you? Okay, we got some. You want this chat real quick?
Yeah, let's do this one.
Dominicano Conio.
Coloca.
Hey, it says his birthday is 8/17/2000. W Fresh. Shout out to you, brother.
All right. Well, an extremely adaptive personality, very high IQ level. Last year should have been your year. At least, you're a young guy, so that should have been the next great year for you is going to be 2028. When it comes down to it, again, you're born on the 17th like my man over here. Your money's going to be up and down your whole life.
Wait,
just
so
how it works.
This dude got 2 8s in his birthday and his next year's
Yeah.
Yep.
He gonna have a good 28, dude. That's a lot of 8s.
There you go.
Well,
I mean,
when am I gonna have a good year?
I mean, if I was going to look at you, I'd say your next great year is 2027.
Oh shit, that's coming
Go,
out
that's
soon.
what I'm talking about. That's my mom's favorite number too. Rest in peace.
Go out there and kill it, man.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to this individual, you're gonna be, even though you're kind of isolated in life now, you're gonna be a born leader, bro. But some people, they just have to get molded into it. They have to get beat up by life and experience first, man.
Yeah.
Some people just don't blossom that early in age, and you're gonna be one of those guys who are gonna be one of those high value guys when you're in your 30s. But right now, you're basically, not what you want to be in life. And it's okay, man. It's quite all right. Learn as much as possible. Isolate yourself, man. Do not get married when you're young, man. And if you do get married, find some woman who's born in 2004. That's going to be the best for you. That's my recommendation for you. Other than that, don't simp.
Hey, and you got. He missed this part, but you got something great going for yourself. You Dominican already, yo. You good?
Let's go.
Loco. Whoa.
So
Yeah, man.
since you're Dominican, why don't you tell us what you think about Haiti?
What I think about
bro, come on, man.
I love Haiti. It's just Haiti just made a lot of bad decisions back in the days, borrowing money from France and whatnot. But anyways, Haiti's current standings right now is just because of the government. What I don't like is, they go into the Dominican Republic and then, Dominicans are kicking them out. But the Dominicans' point of view is, yo, we got shit cooking over here. Y'all coming over here fucking shit up for us. And then that's the back and forth. But I hope they figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I love my Haitian people and I love my Dominican people.
Because people have to understand immigration is not just an American problem.
Oh, no.
It's a problem all
It's
over the
everywhere.
world, bro.
Yeah.
The people want to come into this country so bad, they are willing to die for it.
Yeah.
Yet these white liberals come in here and say, oh my God, this is the worst nation on earth. You people get the hell out of here. Just leave. That's what I think all these liberals need to do. They need to go down to Mexico for a little bit. They need to go to Africa for a little bit. They need to go to that shithole called Europe for a little bit. Spend some time there so when you come back to America, you understand that you have what everyone else in the world wants.
Bro,
American privilege.
I'll be honest. I was in France for like a week.
Shithole.
It was.
Yo, I keep hearing that. I've never been there.
Bro, we gotta go. The food is amazing. The women are somewhat beautiful.
Yeah.
But here's a problem though.
I locked
You're right. It is a shithole, bro.
I heard it
can't-
has a distinct smell or something like
bro.
that.
I can see what goes from Paris that come here want to stay because, bro, legit over there, bro. It is a jungle. Fucking.
I was just in Colombia last week for the first time, my brother.
Let me guess, Medellin.
Medellin.
How was it?
I was in Poblado.
Oh wow.
Tourist area. I was there.
I went there and I understand. I understand it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand everything?
worth
Shout
the
out to
trip.
Lito Shooter. I understand it now.
It's worth the trip.
Yes, it is definitely worth the trip. But I get it. Like I get it.
I think every man should get a passport and travel to some country.
I think Colombia should be therapy for a man. No, it'll get your mind right. It'll align you. You know what I'm saying?
It will align you.
Yeah,
Even if you're a broke motherfucker,
Yeah.
you might be able to afford the Colombians.
If you're a virgin, nigga.
Bro,
shit.
look, yo, listen. Any dude out here that's spending money and going to buy a bottle and you don't really got the money, but you figured out how to buy a bottle, you're a bum. Yo, save that money, my brother. Go to Colombia, and I guarantee you, you will never see another bottle over here in Miami ever the same again. Like, you don't understand what you could do with that money you would have bought with a bottle. Get yourself right, my brother.
What are you
I
saying?
promise you.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
Let's head to the news updates.
Let's do the commercial for Q
Commercial
first.
Q? Okay, cool.
We want to thank our sponsor, Q.
Yes.
What's that? Not
ready?
Okay, let me know what's ready.
Okay. Real quick. We'll go to Tonio then. So let's say someone's watching here right now and they want to see, all right, well, I got a regular job. I make 6 figures. I got good money. But Tonio, what's the most you ever made, maybe in a month, a year, from content creation? Because it might inspire some people as well.
In October, this was just random. I didn't know, for whatever reason. This is October of 2022. Whatever reason, my videos on Facebook were going viral. They were just hitting. But I had a system in place, and I had somebody posting for me, so I didn't pay attention to that. I got a $90,000 check just for the month of October. Just for the month of October, I had a $90,000 check, and
That is someone's salary for a year, bro.
Yeah.
That's life changing. Dude, that's for a year, bro.
That's good.
Wow. Good shit. What's the worst month you ever had?
Worth month?
Negative.
No, I've had some bad month. Worth month? I don't know. When I was in LA, I think my rent was like $4,000 for my apartment. What I made couldn't cover rent.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, so I consider you like not comedian, but like you could be considered a comedian if that's cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Content creator. Yeah. Comedian.
So I've met a couple of them.
I've
I
done
met
some
Michael
stand-up.
Blackson, some other people, Kevin
Shout out
Hart,
to Michael Blackson, Mike Epps.
in my gaps. And to me, the people that have the most to share with value of making people laugh are sometimes hurt. And there's a lot of pain they go through that they don't talk about, but comes out in jokes. In your scenario, have you been through a lot yourself? For example, having like that charisma, having that good take for skits. Have you been through like a lot in your life?
Yeah. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of losses.
How do you handle that?
How do I handle losses? Quietly, quickly, and I keep myself busy after. It's been my formula. 2 years ago I lost my brother. He was in a car accident.
Rest in peace.
That was very, losing a sibling is just
It's tough.
yeah, it's tough. But I kept posting. I kept moving. I'm actually working on a documentary called Keep Posting, and basically it shows. I want to lift the curtain and show from the content creation side all these people that make you laugh and entertain you. How we're still posting, we're still doing our job, and we're going through all this. So I want to show the shit that we all go through,
Right.
But we're still posting, we're still moving, So I just deal with the L and just keep it moving. I mean, it's a part of life, bro. It's just what it is.
Good shit. Because a lot of people that tell jokes or have like a funny air to them, they go through a lot of pain. And to keep posting, even when that's going through your life, bro, it's not easy. So shout out to you for that, bro. Commercial break?
Yeah, we ready, Bills? All right. Let's go out to our sponsor, Q. Thank you, Q Studios.
See you guys in a bit.
Welcome back to the 305 podcast, and thank you to our sponsor, the Q app. And again, if you want the best numerology astrology app in the world, just Q it, the Q app. Anyways, let's start getting to the clips here, man, because there's some people out here talking shit.
We got a few, man. A few clips.
So, starting it off, 73-year-old Bill Belichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, are reportedly engaged to be married.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
It's over for this nigga, bro.
Comes right after.
Same chick.
Same one, man.
Anybody have a problem with that?
Hold on.
So, look,
We can get there. You may not know
normally
this.
I wouldn't have a problem. Don't care about the age difference. But the girl specifically, she's the problem, bro.
Yeah.
Why?
She's the problem.
Why?
She's been clout chasing. She's been overstepping her boundaries. And it looks like she's controlling, bro.
Bro, she has around 8 properties after meeting this guy.
Okay. But why do we care, right? My man got about another 10, maybe 15 years left. Let him hit that grade A. Like, why did he care? He gone.
We want him to die the right way.
Yeah, man.
That's his business.
His legacy.
He didn't care how he lived the right way.
He's going out like a sip. He's going out like a sip.
How is he going out
You
a
don't
sip?
wanna
He's
deserve
smacking.
it.
Where you going tonight?
See this?
Okay, here's the thing. What you want in society is for a woman and a man to grow old, to have a strong nuclear family, bro. This is not what you.
He's 74. We ain't worried about him making a family.
This is not beneficial for society, bro. This is not beneficial for
But it's
society at all.
beneficial. He said, look, at some point he said, fuck society, I'm doing me. And when you're 74 in the next, 70 years? When you're 74, you too gonna be like, fuck everybody, I'm gonna do me.
No, well, maybe you will, my friend. I will not, because that's just not gonna happen. I'm gonna put it like this: I'm happily married for 20 years. I'm gonna die married to the same freaking woman.
Oh, you good?
Okay, here's
you
what
one
it
of
comes
the
down
rare
to.
ones.
But when it comes to this shit, this is not a good example for society. This is not a good example for these bops out there. Be like, you know what? I'm not gonna do anything in life. I'm just gonna go to the gym and then fucking wife up one of these 70, 80-year-old rich guys. Anna Nicole Smith. This is not what you want in society.
That's
so
a good point.
we can say all the jokes we want. Yo, this motherfucker hated. Yo, she bad. Yeah, motherfucker. But at the end of the day,
you know what?
This is not a good thing.
Because right now I'm thinking about it right now. Like, yo, if I'm trying to talk to a shorty and she thinks this is okay, she ain't gonna give me the time of day, because you know what? I can get you probably better than you, and whatever. She's gonna chase the chances because you're gonna risk it, bitch. You're gonna be like almost 35, 40 trying to live for it, and whatever. But I get what you're saying.
It destroys the simulation.
You don't want this. It's not to be promoted. It's a good thing. And quite frankly, this is simp behavior, man. This is quite a simp behavior.
Was Hugh Hefner a simp?
No, he was a pimp. I doubt that Hugh Hefner ever allowed a woman to talk to him like that bitch does to him. Never.
Wait, how does she talk to him?
Hold on.
Show him the clip. Show him the clip.
Get the clip.
Show the clip.
Because no, you didn't see it. Get the clip.
See the clip.
The clip.
Give us the clip.
So imagine, right? Your shorty is telling niggas, yo, I'm gonna be in this interview. He can't say nothing about this topic. Like, hold on.
Wait, what? Why? What?
Exactly.
He's doing a podcast, right? Or like an interview, a big interview. I think it's for was it Fox News? One of those channels, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, he can't talk about that.
Gatekeeper.
Bitch, you're behind the scenes. This is my interview. Tell me what I can and can't say. So imagine she's like, oh, I'm the puppet master.
Wait,
do what I
you're
say,
saying
nigga.
the multi-millionaire was being interviewed, and his little girlfriend
Yes.
that her birthday starts with a 2
Yes.
was saying something to him for him not to do something.
Yeah.
100%.
bro.
Oh, fuck this bitch.
Yeah. Now we get
She
it.
a problem.
Oh,
There we
yeah,
go.
that's some simp
Yeah.
ass. Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I called him a
Yeah.
sip.
Yeah.
That's why I called him a sip.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
a problem, bro.
So here's the clip.
Hey,
Show the clip.
I apologize.
Yo, I promise you, bro. Trust me. At his age, I feel you. But what she's doing is
It's her.
disgusting,
I
bro.
guess what I'm more saying is,
Yeah.
at his age,
Yeah.
he should just be having a bunch
Yeah.
of those 24-year-olds.
Of course.
Not just one. I get it.
But she want to marry this
Yeah.
nigga and take him for everything. So
Oh, she's gonna divorce
man,
him
they
so
she probably
quickly.
got him. He's
She's
like
gonna
he's
divorce
probably
him
on
so
onset
quickly.
of amnesia, Alzheimer's. She got him good.
you know what's crazy though? This whole debacle
There
here.
it is, right there.
Here we go. Yeah.
Watch this, bro. You're about to drop your jaw with the disrespect here.
There we go.
He's wearing Kanye clothes?
He's inspired.
We can't hear it?
should be.
Oh.
Oh no, she already got him. What?
Yeah.
Right there. Now, I stand by what the hell. We can cut this shit right now. I stand by what the hell I said. That motherfucker's a simp. By allowing, imagine going to war with Tom Brady and those warriors on the 300, 400-pound men were going to war for you. And this was their fucking Napoleon. This was their general. And then at the end of the day, he proves to be just like Napoleon. Yeah. He found his Josephine.
Damn, I wish this would have came out before the Tom Brady roast. Oh, they would have went in on him.
Facts, bro. So listen, I think he's cooked because if you don't leave now, it's wrap for this nigga, bro.
No, it's already. Look at his eyes. They defeated. He's done.
Defeated.
She got that love spell on him.
He's done.
Yeah, that vice grip must have done
She's definitely sitting on his face. He's done,
bro. Okay, not to be nosy, but you think he's smashing every night?
Oh yeah, for sure. To be that level of a simp, he's got to be, especially with the money he has. Come on now, we know he's not a bro.
I don't think he's smashing her, but I think she's just giving him head every night just to get by. Because she doesn't want to smash every night.
Oh, he's hitting.
Because no, hold on. To be fair,
that's what I say.
If she's actually in control, she may say, "I'm tired. I'll give you some head." That's it. Because she can say to him, "No, not tonight."
I'm sure that happens sometimes, but I promise you, to control a guy, to get that type of smile on that man right here, that's more than head, bro. That she opened them legs. Look at that smile, bro. That dude's on cloud nine, bro.
No.
That dude's on cloud nine.
There's no sound. They can hear the video.
No, man. Let's go to the next one.
We played it. I mean, before, guys, on a different episode.
Yeah, we've cooked this guy before, man.
All right, we can close that one.
Let's go to the next one.
Right. Oh yeah, man. Shout out.
Okay, so free Tory, man. Free Tory.
Yeah. Shout out to Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna. She's demanding Governor Gavin Newsom to pardon Tory Lanez. So it's coming out. She says, "I am calling on Governor Gavin Newsom to review Tory Lanez's case and issue a pardon. His 10-year sentence was based on flawed evidence, political pressure, and prosecutorial bias. Justice must be blind, not driven by headlines." Free Tory. A lot of people don't know Anna Paulina. She's one of the coolest congresswomen that we have out there, and I think she's like the youngest. She used to be a swimsuit model, so she's still attached to the culture.
Yeah, women shouldn't vote. Women should be in government.
But it does show the power of having people that are younger that's in politics, because if they're cultural, they can also signal that.
So a woman used her body to get votes.
Well, she didn't use that to win that election. No, she didn't even get funded by AIPAC or none of the system. She went against them.
At this point, what does that matter? We need a free Tory.
Facts.
Now,
free Tory.
The evidence she's talking about, right? 0.01% chance his DNA was on the firearm. 0% on the magazine. No fingerprints. DNA from 4 individuals found. Tory wasn't a primary contributor. The key gunshot residue test never performed on others. That raises obviously serious doubt. The new surface body cam and medical records show Megan Thee Stallion initially claimed she stepped on glass. Right, that's when she was like, "Nah, I just didn't want to. I didn't want another black man to be arrested. That's why I said I stepped on." That was her excuse when she said that. The X-rays, ER records show no bullet fragments in the X-ray. No, we're gonna keep it moving, right? On the California Racial Justice Act, recent legislation limiting the use of rap lyrics and character evidence. Tory Lanez deserves a full review.
Tell me more. What does Megan Thee Stallion have to do with this?
So Megan Thee Stallion. No. So what happened was, So Megan Thee Stallion, right? She's a rapper, very big rapper. Tory Lanez, artist, and Megan's best friend at the time, Kelsey. They were all hanging out at
Kylie Jenner's house.
Kylie Jenner's house. Everybody was vibing. They were drinking.
California.
Tory was smashing Megan Thee Stallion. And apparently he slept with Kelsey as well. Yeah. Something ensued after the bar. They're drunk. They're walking back to the car. Something happened there. and there was some type of argument. There was a fight, and then bop, gun went off, and it shot Megan supposedly, allegedly in her. So
the reason I asked that is because I don't know too much about this case, but I know who Megan Thee Stallion is, and she's born in 1983. Year of the pig. This is snake year.
Oh, she fucked this year.
Free Tory, nigga.
Okay,
Let's go.
Let's go. I want to make this clear. Enemy year. I don't know anything about this case, but I know she's born in 1983, and I said bad things would happen to her this year. So now I'm assuming she lied or something happened and get this dude locked up.
Yeah, she lied.
So when it comes down to it,
she lied.
Yeah. So she's gonna get exposed this year because this is the year of the snake.
That's what's happening.
Yo, go to Say Cheese.
What's
the article I
Megan's
brought up?
last album name? Hiss or something
Say
like
Cheese?
that?
What was the
It
last
was a
album
Hiss.
name?
Was it Hiss?
I don't remember.
It was some shit with a snake, I thought.
So Say Cheese dropped to actual.
What's Tory Lane's birthday? Someone look that up real quick.
We'll find it. So Say Cheese dropped the actual article on this as well.
Yo,
And
to continue,
go ahead.
key witnesses. This is all the evidence, the new evidence that was being presented. Right, key witnesses changed their stories and that contradicted themselves. One admitted in court she lied in a district attorney interview. Another gave a sworn statement that Harris admitted to firing the gun.
Yeah.
The case deserves fresh eyes and full transparency. Tory Lane's conviction and sentencing major constitutional concerns. Right, First Amendment, the use of lyrics and evidence. Sixth Amendment, the right to confrontation, and the 14th Amendment, equal protection under racial bias enhancements. There is so much that they're putting together for him to come out. He's coming out.
Yeah. Okay.
I got Tory Lane's birthday
got
right
it?
here. It's 7/27/1992.
Ooh.
Brother, when you get out, you best move to Miami.
Oh, he does?
the-
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where it is.
Nigga, he lives here.
Yeah, that's where that.
No,
that-
like
that's-
in the same building.
Yeah, does he? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a good place for him and stuff like that.
Yo.
When it comes down to it, here's the problem. He's born in the 27th. Stop simping. That's your biggest problem in life, bro. I keep telling you about these people born on the 9th, 18th, 27th. That's why simp has an I as the first vowel, it's a 9th letter. So again, we found another guy out here who probably fucked up at least some part of his life because he was simping to this whore called Megan Thee Stallion.
Well, he got mad hoes, but so this
And
is
the
actually,
famous one got him.
yeah, this came into play. I commented this on Twitter. I said, put this all in jail, free Tory. And it says here, newly surfaced body cam and medical records show Megan Thee Stallion initially claimed she stepped on glass. Now, if you guys remember, we did a podcast about this. Myron spoke about it as well in detail about how Megan Thee Stallion's claim of being shot was false because it was shattered glass on her leg, not gunshot. Yeah. Now, mind you, records show no bullet fragments on X-rays. Bullet fragments allegedly removed are now missing. Evidence handling was a disaster. So back then, I remember we had a show and we said free Tory. People were like, "Oh, Tory's a bad person," da da da. But this is, well, I can say it now because after the fact, academics sat down with Tory and his team when he was here. They had to talk about what happened that night. Tory made it very clear, I didn't shoot Meg. What happened? There was a scuffle. The bullet went off. He tried to stop it. Kelsey had the gun, and it went off. But nobody was shot. Fragments obviously hit Meg's leg, and that's why she has those issues and those records. But a bullet hitting her? Nah, bro, that's cap. But what happened was Tory is not the establishment. He's anti-establishment. He's not part of a major label like that. He's just basically he's like a solo artist pretty much.
Yeah.
And he's fighting the establishment. And Meg is backed by the establishment.
Yeah.
So this is what I heard from the grapevine is that like right now what's happening is they want him to go to jail because he's not part of the establishment. And Meg has to win because Meg is part of their team.
Let me also add that you may not know. They tried to kill him. He was stabbed 14 times last week in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When all this information was coming out, he was basically saying, "Hey, we're going back to court. We have new evidence that's going to bring this case to its heels." He was stabbed 14 times.
Almost died.
Almost died.
Something I have to mention though. I mean, I'm a big fan of Tory, and I even got the new album that he dropped. On the song "Got Me Through the Storm," if you listen again to what his father said, they literally are implicating that Jay-Z. So let's say if this comes out and they have to release him, what happens next? Because I feel like this Diddy situation and all this, I feel like it's almost divine intervention that it's coming down for everyone. Because I think Hov is next, and I think it's going to start from Tory getting out.
Damn.
And I truly do believe Hov is next because the implications to this is huge because Jay-Z has always been a person that got in the middle of people when they had problems with their contracts. He's always came in like the savior. Next thing you know, when he quote unquote helped people with their contracts, them niggas hate the people they started with. Megan did it. You seen it with Damn Near Uzi. You saw the same thing with Wayne. You see it with anyone that Jay-Z quote unquote came to help. Meek Mill, Ross, anyone he came to help, they turned on it day ones. He's a manipulator. Did the same thing in NFL. Jay-Z, the only nigga, told people to get off your knees. Well, to tell people to get on their knees, to push back from the NFL.
Pause.
For multiple years.
Yeah.
When Jay-Z was offered a deal, he told people it's time to stop kneeling. Let's do something different. This was like 2 years after like 12 black men tried to buy the NFL, like buy into the NFL. He told them not to, and they gave him that sole position now that he get to choose who dance and tap dance for the Super Bowl. The nigga is an enemy. He's a master manipulator. In addition to this, on X, Jay-Z got someone banned on X that was revealing that he has his private jet was going to the private, a private airport up in Washington, D.C. that only presidents and governors can go to, and is flying out from Columbia to Washington, D.C. So there's a lot of details about Jay-Z that he's so far up in the system now that I think that if you're black and you're at that level, you only got like a 20 to 30 year span, and they're going to reset you.
He's the new Quincy Jones.
I think he's next. I think he's next out.
Yo, just talking about black men in jail. Shout out to Chris Brown because my man is still in jail in London.
Yo.
For an altercation that happened back in 2023. Something happened where somebody got hit with a bottle and he was able to leave the club, even get to the airport and leave. And I guess he's told some people, hey, take care of that. No one took care of it, and he was under the impression.
It was in London?
London, yeah.
He was under the impression it was all good.
So let me shout out to all the snakes out there. Born 1989 like Chris Brown. You're not supposed to go to the UK, which is a pig country. That is your enemy sign. That's why my ass has never been to the UK, even though how many times have you asked me to go? I ain't going there, okay? So let's keep it real. Stay away from your enemy energy. I keep telling people.
He has no bond, and he has to stay there to his court case, his court date, which is June 6th or something.
Also, he's on tour. So he has tour dates.
He's going to miss a few.
So I know a girl that bought tickets for his concert in Miami. Now, mind you, if he don't get out, bro, he can miss all his tour dates.
Yeah.
So all people that bought tickets, need to get refunded. But his case is crazy because he has no bond.
No bond.
That's insane, bro.
Crazy, bro. And didn't he? Was it the day after he said free Tory, or is that just like people just bullshit?
He did. No, he did. He had posted free Tory, and I think the day after.
So it actually was like that.
He got because
you know the internet.
He was in his story.
Wow.
So that's crazy, bro.
Coincidence?
That's just
Never.
crazy, bro.
Damn.
Never. All right, let's go to the next one.
Next one. And then we'll wrap up pretty soon.
This one right here.
No, this one.
Her going off. Oh yeah. So Megan Thee Stallion goes off about people still doubting she was shot by Tory Lanez. She's frustrated that fans keep spreading lies even after the court found him guilty and wants to be left alone. Tory, please leave me the fuck alone, you demon. And this is after he stabbed up.
Yo, how you gonna put a man in jail?
Yeah,
he almost dies, and then
he's in the
double
hospital,
down
bro.
on the fucking lies, bro.
Because she's a woman, she has no accountability. That's how.
Yeah.
Yo,
But it also
put
made
her
me-
in jail, bro.
Yeah.
God damn, bro.
100%.
You know what? If someone supports Meg after this, bro, burn in hell, bro. Because, dude, this is evil, bro.
The
Facts.
thing about this, so if Tory got stabbed up, Chris got locked up, and if all this is happening around the same time, from what you're saying, Tory Lanez already said they had new evidence, and you can see that DC got that, it's really making me wonder, there's going to be an organization that comes down behind this. Because you don't move like that if it's just an individual. It's bigger than one person. I think this is going to be implicated on a whole organization that's doing this to other people. So typically when you see stuff like this, it'd be the tip of the iceberg. If this gets exposed, it's going to show that these things probably been going on for possibly the past decade.
Yeah.
Bro, it's been going on. Candace Owens just made a post. I think it was yesterday. She said she wanted to apologize because she felt she was a victim to the bullshit that people were saying about Michael Jackson. She goes, she's done extensive research. She's read the court documents. And to this day, she cannot find, there's no evidence that Michael Jackson was ever a PD.
Yeah.
And she feels bad for buying into the bullshit.
Yeah.
And so, and basically, you know, there was the powers that be that wanted to take down Michael because of all the power he had. And but this has been going on forever. It doesn't matter. It's just we're just changing names right now. And Megan Thee Stallion right now, she's just standing. What can she do? She's just gonna stand on business because everything right now is tied into her into
Her lies.
her success right now. Right? She has blown up beyond once this happened. Like, imagine if they find out. Or when they find out.
So,
her career's done.
But she was being pushed by these people.
Yeah, no, yeah. She,
In
yeah,
addition,
she
Fresh,
definitely
last
was.
year, who was the first celebrity to endorse Kamala Harris? And I know it just sounds
Of
like, oh,
Oh,
but listen,
shit.
this shit-
Of course,
in
and that's why
politics,
Trump's
shit
going to go
matters.
after her
Wait, who
because
was
she
it?
gave that money.
But yes, he did.
There you go.
Who was the first celebrity? Who was it?
Yeah, you got it, Gary.
Megan?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
you
get
got
it.
it.
I
So
get
he
it.
knows where I'm going with this.
Yep.
Gary
Yep.
already knows what's going to be
Yep.
secret.
Enemy year.
I'm telling y'all, it's about
Enemy
to go
year
down.
coming.
Enemy year.
Enemy
I'm
year,
trying to
baby.
call it.
Enemy year.
It's
Called
about to
it.
go down.
Yeah.
Because
We got to do
it's
that right. That
already
was
showing.
bad, bro.
It's already showing that it's literally going down because what Trump said he's about to start investigating into those fundings.
Yep.
Oh,
Megan
he
Thee
did say
Stallion,
that.
but Megan Thee Stallion was first that was up. She was the first one that he pushed up. Now,
Yeah, he did say,
why was
like,
she
how
being
much were
positioned?
they paid?
10 mil.
But here's the
10
craziest
to
thing.
5 mil.
Someone like Tyler was way bigger than Megan Thee Stallion, had no hits, etc. She did nothing. The greatest thing that she did, or at least in the media eyes, to even get on Gayle King was the shot with Tory. So you mean to tell me that her being a victim of gun violence was what got her on stage? Because that's what she ran by. Same thing with Quavo. When Takeoff got killed, they used that and said it was gun violence. They ran them on political campaigns. And it's odd that they started off with her. That's propaganda 101. But that means she's a government asset. How did she become a government asset? Rock Nation. How did Rock Nation become a government asset?
Oh, shit.
With the
There
Obamas.
you go. There you go.
Bro, this shit is
Connecting
real.
the dots, Dom.
There you
God
go.
damn.
But
Clip it up, baby.
my
Clip it
field.
up.
We don't talk politics.
No, we
This
know
my
we know
field.
what's
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
We know what's
Yeah.
real. We know what's real.
I don't know if you can, but I did this skit, right? I don't really get into politics within my skits, but this particular one I just happened to because it's
Where's
the
it?
way. I gotta send it to you, but the Trump campaign reached out to me because of this skit.
W.
Really?
Yeah, so if you could play it at the end or whatever it is.
Find it for me. Is it on your page?
Yeah, you have to Google it.
So listen, man. This whole thing with Meg, man. Listen, she's been called out. We knew this from the very beginning.
Yep.
This was all cap.
I don't know anything about this because I kind of don't even care.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I know Megan Thee Stallion is born in the pig year and she's about to get hit. So you see
All
how
ready for it.
everything connects.
Yeah.
Dom over here with the politics, Trump going after him. This is how it's done. This is called investigative journalism with a little astrology
Listen,
in there.
Meg, we're taking you down. Sure. Your lies are being exposed day by day, and we knew from the very beginning you were a snake. Sorry, pig.
There you
In this case. What's the next one, brother?
Slide. Let's play that one clip of that one guy talking shit.
Yeah,
So I
we
gotta
can,
look
we can
for
close that one down.
Yeah.
bro.
I'm ready to see
Here we
Gary
go.
Cook, man. I'm ready for this shit.
All right, man. So let me intro this real quick for you, Gary. So what happened was we were scrolling through the timeline. We saw some weirdo. Yeah. All right, Tony, you up, bro?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Love it, man. We'll connect. Thank you for coming, bro.
Pleasure, brother.
Hey,
Yeah.
pleasure.
Oh,
We'll talk.
where can I find you, bro? On YouTube, on Instagram?
Tonio Skits.
All right, there you go.
Follow me. I'll follow you back. We'll talk.
There you go.
All right, man.
Hey, my G.
I follow you too, bro.
So yeah, timeline was going crazy, and Gary happened to be sent in this video. Now, obviously speaking, I don't know who this guy is, but
I don't know who
quite
he is
frankly,
either.
no one cares.
I don't know either.
So Gary, I'll let you.
3 guys. Let's start like this. 3 guys who are influencers don't know who the hell you are. So congratulations, bro. You're actually getting some clout. Let's see what he has to say.
There we go. Gino the pig. Let's go. I don't know. I'm talking shit.
19th Amendment caused more damage than COVID-19 ever did.
True.
Because this is what happens. Degeneracy starts becoming rampant. 15% of the women in Miami do. And then you
True.
watch videos of these same women 10 months later. Oh, I made a mistake. How come you won't forgive me? Because you're a dumb bitch.
Take it easy, Chubby Tate. Crazy. All these women getting naked and whoring around, and you still can't get one to
Stop right there. Stop there 1 second. Brother, I've been married for 20 years. And let me like explain something to you. I have money now. When I got married, I didn't have money. And you know what? I still pulled the baddest girl. You will never know what it's like to walk into a room with the best girl, the best looking girl. All the guys, all the girls are looking at you. We're not the same, bro. And by the way, if you even have a girl, which I doubt, but if you actually have one, she's most likely a ran through whore. I married a virgin, bro. Again, we ain't the same. Keep going.
3 years since he sucked on a pair of titties when he was breastfeeding until he was 7. We could turn this country into Handmaid's Tale, and this guy still couldn't find a woman to have his child.
There's a woman, she was dying of cancer. She had 2 years left to live.
True.
She decided to get divorced so she can go around the whole country and get plowed through. That was her final wish.
Made up story.
Stop. You guys can find this story on the internet.
A Russian woman, right?
You can find this story on the internet.
Her husband died in war, right?
You guys can find
Yeah.
this story on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't have to make content up. The content makes itself in 2025. Sip. Keep going.
Fantasy that he made up. An incel fairy tale. Son, did I ever tell you about the woman who was dying of cancer and her bucket list was to go be Bonnie Blue in Europe? Which one of you soul-crushing wenches broke this poor man? Bro takes a handful of red pills like a multivitamin every morning. A guy who's built his whole brand on numerology.
Yes, I
astrology,
did.
But hates women. He's
Yes.
basically Donald Sterling. And that's a really good joke. And
A
I'm not
really rich
expanding
guy.
You literally
further.
did the
You're gonna
impossible.
have to just put that together. Why is he dressed like an undercover cop? I just know this guy drives a pickup truck. With the
I've never drove a
the car
pickup
that
truck
just
in my life.
Screams my is this big. He's got a.
Oh, I mean, you want me to pull it out? It's way bigger than yours.
Yo,
I ain't black, but it's way bigger than yours.
Yo,
let me
chill.
make this clear. Let me make this clear, bro. No woman hurt me. Okay? No woman hurt me. What I
man.
see is I see my sons growing up, and the women out there are basically whores. So I'm gonna point that out. No woman hurt me. See, I don't need to know anything about you. Just by the way you're talking, I can tell you were raised by a single mother. Okay? Because you got offended at the fact that I was calling people whores.
Yeah.
If you have a high body count, that's what you are. But see, words offend you. The truth doesn't. The truth is, when it comes down to it, 85% of rapists go to prison. They were all raised by single mothers. That doesn't affect you. That doesn't bother you. But you want to go out there and say, oh, this guy never had, his dick is this big. You're a fucking loser. And at the end of the day, you're not showing me a woman. You're not showing me a Rolex. You're not showing me anything. You're showing me a fucking Pokemon card, bro. Like, what the fuck? And as a matter of fact, man, when it comes down to it, do you even have a woman? Do you even have a woman? Is that your most valuable possession? That Pokemon card right
A dark Dragonite. What the fuck? Nigga.
You are a clown. You're a clown.
A dark Dragonite, nigga. Please. Get a grip, bro. Get a grip, bro. Please.
And that is how you cook.
Bro. Finish him, bro.
Yeah, get
him out of here, bro.
Get this piece of garbage off my screen, man.
Hey, Gino the Loser, bro. That's your new name. All right.
Isn't Gino's a dog name?
We can skip that one, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about Kanye.
Yeah.
Sucking off on the 6-year-old.
No.
We can skip most of these, bro. Let's do the last couple there.
Yeah, do one or two more, and that's it.
Yeah, Dom.
And by the way, if you want a reading, you got 5 minutes to get it in, and we're shutting this down. 5 minutes. We'll do all the readings before we're done.
We'll do 2 from you, Dom.
All right. Breaking. Gingers have been uploading videos of them breaking down emotionally on TikTok because black TikTokers declared that they are black and invited them to the cookout after gingers claimed that the white race treats them differently. According to Newsweek, after a creator on TikTok asserted that everyone who is a ginger who has red hair are black people, all gingers are black people. If they have red hair, they are black. The idea quickly swept across social media in a manner similar to the discourse that all genders are black women. Shamar Dickerson, a 33-year-old black creator from Atlanta, told Newsweek that he has a connection with many redheads and will share the stories with them, ostracization and mistreatment with them. So basically, long story short, there was a post on social media that said gingers are the blacks of the white race, saying that white people treat gingers differently. At first, it was a joke, and then a lot of like gingers started resonating with black people. Now it's a whole movement. Black people,
Bro, quite frankly, bro, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Look, to me, you're still white. Look, you might be a ginger, bro, but nigga, when I smash you, nigga, that shit down there is pink, nigga. You're white. I don't care, bro. How, dude? Look at me, bro. I'm black. You're white with some freckles, nigga. Like, bro, you're not black, bro. Like, this is retarded, bro.
Yo. As someone who used to be called a ginger, now the white hairs have replaced the red hairs, man. I mean, you know, if this is real,
Yeah.
And this is what society is saying, that, you know, you could be a Haitian, you could be from Jamaica, you can be a ginger and you're all black. I mean, do I have a right to say the N-word now?
Yo.
Do I got that pass now? Because quite frankly, not only do I have that pass now, I will officially be selling that pass now because
ginger.
I'm a ginger.
Yes, it's stamped.
There you go.
It's stamped.
Well, quite frankly, bro, I think you're still white. Anyhow, we can move forward though. But this is a dumb idea and a dumb take. And at the end of the day, bro, y'all niggas are retarded, bro. Just keeping it being with you.
So this is the
How ginger is
we
black?
did this one already too.
Yeah, we can move forward.
Hey, they've been calling me my whole life, so, you know.
This one maybe.
Okay, breaking news.
Diddy party prosecutors revealed photos of the 13 men who had sex with Cassie and hundreds of the freak-offs. Cassie claims she participated in freak-offs that would involve Diddy watching with men hired to get zesty with her.
Okay, I don't know what you, but bro, showing these photos of these men, bro, man, that's
Public
fucked up,
shaming.
bro.
I don't know.
Public
what the point-
shaming.
That's fucked up, bro.
I don't know what the point of it was, but I'll say this, man.
So the husband gets
It's at
pissed.
the point.
Ultimate cup, bro.
I'm gonna say something controversial. Like,
Yeah.
if the charges are sex trafficking, it's free Diddy, but Diddy is a criminal. So yeah, he blew up someone's car. Yeah, he beat on his girl, and he's done a lot of things, blackmail, etc. But if the charges are human trafficking, what I'm seeing right now, his lawyers are taking W's, man. I don't see trafficking. You can't tell me Cassie is in rotation all across the world. So she's the only one being trafficked. So it's not making sense.
The Cassie case might not work out, but I mean, he still did try to kill Kid Cudi,
He
didn't
did,
he?
yes, but that's
okay,
not
so
human trafficking.
they'll get him on that.
He's not- he's not
They'll
the
get
guy.
him on something.
But it's
They'll
human
get him on
trafficking.
something.
So he's not fully innocent,
No, not at all. But
some things were obviously
I think
Guilty.
They charged it. They
We're
tried the
hyped
wrong
up.
charges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did they come at him with human trafficking if there's no other victims but Cassie?
Do you ever realize that term human trafficking is used vaguely to destroy people's lives?
At this, yeah.
And it's like, bro, come on, man. Like, really? I mean, are you R. Kelly? No. So I think you're fine there. By the way, are we gonna say free R. Kelly at some point? Or is the nigga cooked?
R. Kelly's my Capricorn brother. Free R. Kelly.
Oh shit! You okay? So maybe you're black. All right, let's move forward. What's the next one?
This shit. It was just revealed in the Diddy freak-off trial that former President Obama used to meet with the man that used to pick up drugs for Diddy, and confirms that he met with Obama and other former presidents. The hole just got deeper than we ever imagined.
Yeah, see, when the FBI came to his house and they took all those videotapes out of Diddy's house, and you're wondering how come they're not playing any of those tapes.
Obama's on some of
I
them.
bet you this guy right here is on some of those tapes, and they will never allow those tapes. But that also says that, you know, P. Diddy probably knows what's going on too. So at some point, you know, someone might get Epsteined.
Okay, newsflash. Just so you guys know, there's rooms that people are not privy to where people have high status, Macron from France, other presidents around the world do drugs.
Yeah.
So you're president of your country. I can't say Trump because I never heard anything about Trump. But other people, high ups, executives, CEOs, presidents are in the same room doing drugs. Now, is this surprising?
No.
Because quite frankly, all these niggas are doing the same shit. But now that it's out to the open and people can see it happening in real time, are they going to believe it? That's the thing. So
It's interesting. I think it's going to reveal the veil.
They both got sugar in the tank. It's like, whatever, man. This is nothing new, man. Let's finish up on the readings. We're
let's
in
shut
the
the
new
door
ones.
as well, Noble. All right, we got some more chats here. AD, May 12th, 2004.
I think we did this one, though.
No.
No?
No, we didn't. Your advice to me was way above my vibration level. I actually can't speak at all. Not like a speech impediment. Oh. Goddamn, nigga. I was born with a completely closed throat chakra. Oh, wow. I can only speak to people if I feed a demon. What the?
Wait a second.
But it always hurts inside do when I speak. But what are you saying, Mom?
Yeah.
He said I can only speak to people if I feed a demon. Bro, nigga.
All right. Okay, listen.
I'm praying for you, nigga. I'm praying for you, bro. Let's pray for him. Let's pray for him, bro.
Okay. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. If you can't actually speak and you're a mute, my recommendation to you is to speak through water. And I hope you understand what that means. Speak through water, then. That is the best way, because, you know, if you have one cup of water here and another cup of water here, and you say, I love you, I hate you, to this one and I love you, you're gonna notice when you freeze them, there's different type of crystals in each.
Love is harmonized.
So when it comes down to it, what you say and what you think has energy. So you're gonna have to work on your telekinesis, and things of that nature. So when you talk to people, do it with water, and if they're water signs, they'll get it a lot quicker than most. I don't envy you. I do not envy you. I see what's going on, but quite frankly, when one sense is taken away, the other ones are enhanced. Okay. That's why people who are autistic are very, very, very good at some things that most humans who are normal cannot do. So if that is given and taken away from you, something will be given, which means network. If you can't talk, you still can network. Find ways to make it happen.
Shit, I can make it happen, nigga.
Without that mouthpiece? Without a mouthpiece, you're gonna make it happen?
No, I'm saying like if I could do it.
No, she can't talk at all. She's a mute.
I mean,
that's what I'm trying to say. Use your vibrations, connect through water, talk through water. If you're talking to me about stuff like that, which I really don't want to get into, that would probably be the best way to do it.
By the way, I was trying to troll. All right, Elite 28. What up, G? I'm born April 7th, 2004. Anything to look forward to in my future / advice? I already do somewhat well with money. Thanks. Love what you do.
Yeah, of course you do well with money. You're a smart guy, born in the 7th, and you're 8 life path. You're in a monkey nation, and you're a monkey. Of course you're doing well. So many people who are born in the monkey years are straight up killing it, bro.
Let's go. Monkeys on top.
But that's only on top in this nation. In America, in Saudi Arabia as well. They're on top there. But not everywhere else. That's why location is so key. That's why you want the Q app. That's why you need to know what is compatible with your energy and what isn't. So quite frankly, when I look at your birthday, you're going to use your gigantic intellect to know how to make money. You're probably doing the stock market and things of that nature. Relationships are going to be a little bit of a trouble for you because you're born on the 7th. It is what it is. But my advice to you, focus on knowledge, focus on building. Do not let these women sidetrack you. There's just some birthdays out there where I know women can sidetrack them, and that could be the worst thing they could do. Yeah. Just because you have money and you can doesn't mean you should be sleeping around with these whores. So again, tell them again,
Trust
bro.
me, I've been there, done that, nigga.
You don't want to be that guy. So my advice to you, invest in tech. And I think you'll be the best there. And also family businesses and real estate should be very good for you as well. Stay away from those tiger women. We already saw what happened. You noticed that was a tiger monkey combination. By the way, did you get their email, Nobel? Yeah. Okay, I'll make sure to contact them.
All right. This was a W show, man. Dom, where can they find you, brother?
You can find me
everywhere.
on YouTube, Instagram, X, and shout out to X because we had 18K views. I think that's highest. Let's get back to 30K hopefully on the next one.
Let's go. Good shit, bro. Gary?
Tom that dude. You can find me everywhere.
And guys, we got a lot going on this week.
Isn't it great how we were in a total city you never were into, and people are coming up to me and you in the streets?
Yeah. Actually, I got on the vlog where this girl was like, "Oh my God, is that Gary? GG33? Is that fresh?" I'm like, what the?
And remember what she said with you? I don't like your podcast, but I still fuck with you. Not woman talk.
Bro.
Yeah.
Woman talk, bro.
Yo, all these haters hate online, and the person is like,
remember what I told you?
Yeah.
Never will a hater confront you in person. Yeah. Where you at? Where are you haters at? All I see is anon accounts talking shit. But in person, it's nothing but, oh, take a picture.
Yep.
Yo, where are you at?
You know why? Most people have never seen a celebrity in real life. And if they have, they're so far away, they can't even touch them.
Yeah.
So, it's what it is, bro. All right, and yet we got a show tomorrow, Fresh and Fit. We got some shows on Thursday as well, special guests. And of course, we got some things coming for you guys next. We got some big guests coming. So stay tuned for that as well. And we're out of here. Peace.
Bye-bye.